The shiur tonight was sponsored by Leilui Nishmat Rabbi Zechariah Wallerstein. My very good friend. We don't understand how big is the loss. But Hashem should give a koach to his wife and to his kids to go through this time. And also is the outside of my brother tonight, Yosef Chaim Ben Yael. I hope that he is resting in peace.
Amen.
So last night I told you that the topic today will be
There's something about children fighting.
About kids arguing.
Yep.
Between siblings.
It's a war zone. Sometimes it looks like a war zone. So many parents complaining, especially when it's vacation time and the kids will get bored, then all the fights will start. And the parents feel choked, they don't know what to do. The fights are not ending. And it's accompanied with screams, screaming, yelling, crying. The doors are, they're closing the doors, bam, boom, it's unbelievable. Everybody is angry on everybody. And Ima feel like she is the fire department. She has to extinguish all the fires. So she's going from one to another, especially if you have 5 or 6 kids, then they're all, no. Ima, she's already exhausted. She's just about to give up. And she's trying the tricks that we all know. I'm going to take you out. I'll buy you ice cream. We'll go to Six Flags. We go to the Bronx Zoo, all the places that we know. By the end of the day, Ima throwing herself in bed, totally out of energy. She is trying to recuperate from the from the shocking days that she is going through, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Anybody has advice over here? Somebody want to try? Nobody want to try. Okay, very good. At least we honest, you know.
Rabbi, the people that are not here, they should come answer because they know everything. That's why they didn't show up probably. We don't know, so we show up.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. So let me explain. I need to do some, you know, I'm not so much into practical, because if you don't have the right hashkafa, what that you're doing, so the practical that I'll teach also will not do any good, because the approach will be wrong. We have to make some switches over here, which is not easy for us also because we are accustomed to something else. So here we go. We're living in a world of opposites. And our job is to make peace between the opposites. Is the day and night is the same?
No.
Opposite, yes? Fire and water. It's what?
Opposites.
Opposite. Husband and wife.
Opposite?
Way opposite.
Oh, so they shouldn't be the same.
Because opposite attract, no? That's what they're saying.
But we're looking for someone the same like us when we want to get married.
You're never gonna go for somebody like you.
Uh-huh. Someone opposite of you.
Something, because that's what you're missing.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Two friends are the opposite or not?
Yes.
Of course. And we're saying every morning in the tefillah, והבאת שלום בין אדם לחברו ובין איש לאשתו. Meaning, on things that are the opposite, your job is to be a peacemaker. To be a parent, as I said yesterday, you have to be authority. And with that, you have to be a peacemaker. You have another job to put on your list. What is the requirement from a parent? Can you put it on your list, please? Huh?
First of all, be a good model for the children.
You have to be a peacemaker. When we have two opposites, we know they're going to clash, yes? They're going to clash. So somebody have to make peace here. Now, sometimes you see groups in the Jewish people. The Hasidim, the Litvaks. The Litvaks, the Sfaradim. This, that, all the time you see opposites.
What's a Litvak, Rabbi?
A Litvak is, you know,
I know what's Hasidic, but I don't know what's Litvak. I know the last name that Litvaks. I know.
Misnagid, they called them.
It's not all the yeshivot. You see the hats down and so on. That's Litvak. The
The
Oh,
opposite of Hasidim.
opposite of Hasidim.
opposite of Hasidim?
Yeah, short jacket. It's Litvak. Long
Oh,
one is a Husi.
okay. A lot of Ashkenazis, they have that last name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now, the family is a place. It's a place to learn how to bring peace. That's where you learn how to make peace. Otherwise, from where your child will learn that when he will grow up, in needs, one of the requirements is to make peace. Where is he going to learn it? If you're not going to teach him at home, so when he will get married, it's going to be a constant fight because he doesn't know how to make peace. So we have to do what? To train the kids, to prepare them, to teach them to the mission of life. What is the best thing that can happen to a person, to a family? What is the biggest blessing that you can have? No, we're saying it every day in the tefillah, no?
Peace in the family.
Hashem oz le'amo iten, Hashem yevarech et amo. No,
Beshalom.
Shalom.
if Hashem says the best blessing that I can give you is peace, so all our mind has to be how to teach ourselves and our kids something they call peace. So this is the job of the parents. Now you understand why Shalom Bayit is so important. If you cannot make peace with your wife or with your husband, what are you going to teach the children? How to fight. So of course they will fight. So now, are your kids all the same?
No.
Don't you have some opposites at home?
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes, they're all totally opposite of from each other.
One is a fast one is a sleepy one is a stubborn one is easier one. They are always opposite in the house. Was and will be always. So automatically, what these two opposites will do? I think that you're tired tonight.
They would fight
Why they will fight?
because they're opposites. They clash.
It's normal.
Yes, when it's something that's not you, it's difficult to deal with.
Is it natural?
Yes,
Of course, yes. They're two opposites. How can two opposites live together?
Why in marriage is good to be opposites? I don't understand.
Oh, because that's the challenge.
But they're gonna fight all the time if they're not the same.
So
Right?
if Hashem didn't want us to have a challenge, so He will permit us to marry our sisters.
Right, that's right. Mhm.
No fights. My parents will be my in-laws, right?
You're right.
We're gonna have, right?
Yeah, with the challenges we learn and we grow, right?
It must be the opposite, and that's the beauty of everything, to be the opposite and to live in peace. So now, how the kids in our home, which are the opposite, how they're going to learn to live with peace with each other? Probably you had on your mind today that I'll come over here and I will tell you what to do when they fight, and that's it, hocus pocus, and they're going to stop.
And you solve all our problems.
I'm not going to solve your problems. I'm going to teach you how to deal with the problem.
Oy.
To solve it, not my job. My job is to give you the technique, what you have to know in order to be able to overcome all these obstacles that you have in your own home.
To give us the tools. Yeah.
Exactly. So now we have to know how to connect the brothers and the sister to live with peace. That's a job. This is a job. So now,
A big job.
most of the job is when the parents are living with peace, then we have a big chance to make it. Then we can teach the kids how to live in harmony. And they don't look at us like two hypocrites. So the picture get bechlal a turn, and now the truthful people are talking to us. So now, this is called changing of a mindset. Usually when the brothers starting to fight, what are we doing? Okay, who wants to take the podium and say what we doing the parents when the brothers starting to fight, or two sisters starting to fight, or brother and a sister fighting? What are we doing?
Investigating, starting to figure out who started. Stop yelling.
Okay, so right away we becoming FBI. Yeah, and then the investigator become the judge. And then he is giving the punishments, and he's a executor. So many jobs in one person. Investigator, police, a judge,
Executioner.
executioner, and who knows what. That's how you're gonna make peace.
No. No, one side will hate you.
So then the kids becomes bitter. And they seeking for revenge, and kids knows how to seek revenge. And the fight will go on and on and on, and will escalate. Because we're not making peace. Do you understand the approach?
It's not a good one.
The approach that I'm trying to bring in front of you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I heard only one yes, meaning the rest did not understand.
True, we didn't understand it.
Should I repeat?
Yes, please, please. I was the brave one to say it.
Should I repeat?
Yes, please.
Yes, that would be better.
Okay. I know to change a mindset, it takes time, so I have to repeat.
Rabbi, I'm going to be the speaker of the house.
Okay, speaker of the house, just don't be.
I tell you when we don't understand it.
I hope that your name is not Nancy.
I know.
Then we're in trouble. Okay. We're living in the world of opposites. Hashem created this world, tzaddik, rasha. Slow, fast. Yetzer hara, yetzer hatov. Everything is opposite. Must be like that. Your kids are the same. Opposites. You and your husband, opposites. Even bar minan, chas v'shalom, if two men, right, living together, you know, they're also opposite. One take the role of a woman, and one take the role of a man. Hashem yirachem v'yatzil. Let me ask you a question. Maybe that will help you. What is the most important part in your car?
The engine. No?
The wheel, the steering wheel.
The motor.
The brakes, Rabbi,
Oh,
from the lectures.
good. I see that you were in my classes for a long time already. You know the answers. The part that's working against the car is the most important one. Who is it? Mr. Brake. If you don't press the brake, do I have to tell you what's going to happen?
No.
So the part that's working against the car, because the car was created to run, to go forward. And the brake is the opposite of the car, to stop the car, is the most important part. My father, alav shalom, always used to tell us, kacha, when the siblings can say, Abba, my kids are this, like that. So he said, what are you saying? He said, are your fingers all the same? Are your fingers all the same? No. So the fun is, and the challenge is, when you have opposites at home. We don't want it, right?
No, we don't want to take sides also.
We want everybody to be the same.
It's actually more interesting though, because you have different children. Like, you have one daughter likes to cook, one daughter likes to go for walks with you, one son
And one like to be on the phone.
Yeah, whatever. They do different things. If they're all the same, it's
But
so
then-
much better because they all have their different abilities that that you can do things with them. And
Hashem is so good. He don't want us to be bored.
Mhm.
They argue, what should you do?
like
That-
fruits and vegetables, if they were all the same, how boring would that be?
Mhm.
Colors. And
Mhm.
Very good.
Mhm.
But then, Rabbi, when they argue, then what? That's the challenge.
Mhm.
Which
Now here comes the peacemaker, the
Right.
envoy for peace. Okay, we'll get to it. But first we have to understand what is our job. If I will ask a person, excuse me, what is your job to be a parent? I'll tell you what answer I will get. To feed them, to shower them, to put them to sleep, to send them to school, to take them to the doctor. Yes? And what else?
to marry them,
Marry
to
them.
give them a job,
Okay. What else?
teach them Torah.
Keep them healthy.
Okay, fine. Every cat and dog knows how to do. What's the big deal? Our job is to teach them skills for life. Yesterday we spoke about to learn how to accept authority. So they should not tell other people that don't tell me what to do. Isn't it a skill that we have to acquire? So many things we have as a job as a parent, But what is on our mind all the time? My child didn't eat today. Oh, like who knows what happened? If you will not eat today, you will eat tomorrow. Nobody died from starvation, but many people got divorced, became abusers, and who knows what, because in the house they didn't teach them what they need to teach them. They send them under the chuppah like empty vessel. That's a crime, this one. So we have the job, the mission to teach them how to make peace. I'll get to it. Not that I'm not going to get to it, but if I were not going to change your mindset, whatever I will say, it will not help. Can you be a nurse without knowing the purpose why you became a nurse?
No.
But if you know the purpose, right? You coming with the right attitude to take care of a patient?
Yes.
Everything is attitude. If something will be difficult or easy, depends on your attitude. So if I know that if my son or my daughter will not learn how to make peace in this house, later on we're going to have huge problems we're going to have. We send them out of the house, which they don't have a skill how to make peace. They know how to fight. How to fight, they know very well. To be a parent is responsibility. What? And what responsibility? Trust me. A kid can go without a shower for weeks, he doesn't care. A kid can go with the same clothing, he doesn't care. Food, he'll manage on his own, in school, this and that. What we really should be worried about, we're not. What we don't have to be, we are doing way above the necessity. So, are you understanding what I'm saying now? Or should I repeat again?
Yes, yes, understand. Understood.
Everybody understand?
Yes, Rav. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So now, if our attitude now changed, I'm not FBI, and I'm not a police. I have to get into the fight as a peacemaker. Totally different approach now. Totally different. So let's go now to the practical way. They're fighting. Bam, boom, okay? And you hear screaming, shouting, mommy, he pulling my hair, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do? Here we go. First of all, you're not a judge. Yes. You saw one kara pulling a hair of your daughter and you say, ah! That's what you see. But don't be a judge. You don't know who was instigating the whole. Don't relate to it. Leave it alone. So don't be a judge. That's number one. When you're sitting talking to your kids, you have to emphasize to the kids how beautiful the world that Hashem created, the opposites that we have at home, its advantage is not something that we're lacking. It's to our benefit that we have all kinds of kids, because each child has his own talent, his own character, and it's a blessing for every family. You have to repeat it and repeat it time after time after time. Now, usually we're looking for justice, right? Even when you argue with your spouse, what you're trying to find out? Who is right, who is wrong?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, Rav.
Meaning we're looking for justice. I'm right. The husband says, I'm right. You wrong, I'm right, I'm right, you wrong. What are you gonna gain? We're not looking for justice. This is not a courthouse over here. We're looking for the definition of peace, how we can implement it in the family. Usually every fight between the siblings that we see, right away we're looking who started, who punched whom, what did you say, what did you take, meaning we're looking for justice. Aren't we? Aren't we?
Yes, yes.
No. Everybody, please wake up. Wake up. Okay? The tzedek, the justice you live for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem knows that. Who is right, who is wrong. Not my department. My department is to make peace now. And the kids are instigate you in order to judge over here. They want you to judge. Don't fall for this. And you tell them, kids, what Hashem wants now at this moment. Hashem knows who is right, who is wrong. I don't know all the Shulchan Aruch and the commentary on the Shulchan Aruch, the scenarios and everything. I don't know.
That's a very good answer. So we should
Yeah,
say,
I don't know who is right, who is wrong. And I don't want to deal with that. I want your advice. Let's sit now, talk how we can make peace. Let's discuss it. You come as an arbitrator, he's trying to make a negotiation between the sides.
like you don't know what's going on. You just want to know what
How are we
happened.
going to fix it up? I need your ideas. Then if I'll see that you will not come anywhere, I'll give my ideas. We'll discuss it. Meantime, you're teaching them. Then there is an argument. There is negotiation.
Right. Not to judge, to discuss.
No, because then when he'll get married, he'll tell his wife, that's it. I said something, I'm right, you're wrong, and go jump in the lake. Because he doesn't know how to negotiate with it.
Right.
Negotiating is a skill. Can we give over this skill to our kids before they're leaving our house?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How many people you know, and I know they don't know how to communicate.
Most
Many.
Many people.
Too many now.
and that's the problem. Like we don't know how to communicate.
So where were the parents?
We're asking that every day.
Maybe also they didn't know.
So we're taking ourselves into our hands. And say, I don't want to continue like that. I have to know, I have to learn the skills, how to negotiate, how to talk, how to say, not who is right, who is wrong. And that's how you learn sometimes where to give in and sometimes not to give in. It depends on your skills. The child needs the skill very much because he'll go out. One day he will go out on his own. He is not equipped. Ribono shel olam. Our job is to calm the storm down. Calm the situation down. What happened? We get sucked in, and then we say, I don't know what to do with these kids. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Of course you're going to be exhausted. Kids will never get exhausted. Do you know who gets exhausted very fast? The men. They cannot take this. Ladies, they have some koach, but also they're losing it. The kids, the battery working all day long like they just got up from bed in the morning. It's a night time. They're not tired, but they're gonna warn you out. These kids will squeeze you up to the last piece of energy that you still left in you. If they're gonna suck you into their game. But you come in and say, okay. We cannot see that a brother pulled the hair of the sister. Oh, don't matter. Leave it alone. Then in a different time, when everything is quiet already, after a day or two, you call the child and say, come, we have to talk. I didn't want to embarrass you, but whoever is lifting his hand, the Torah called him a rasha. That's what you want to be. I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe you're going to think about it. Tell me, how can we work it out that you're not going to raise your hands anymore? I want you to come with ideas. How does it sound to you?
Sounds good, Rav.
Sounds good.
You're communicating with your child. You're explaining it. I want you to come with your ideas. I don't want to come with my ideas, your ideas. The podium is all yours. I'm not going to call you names. I want to help you to fix the problem.
Rav,
Yes?
can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Regarding, let's say the siblings, the older is starting with the younger, and you tell him, because you see it's already going downhill. You already could tell the future, and you tell them, the older one, it's not going to end up good. I see that someone's going to end up getting hurt. And you warn them and you tell them, and they still do it, and then they end up getting hurt and they come to you. How do you deal with a situation where you already told them, Tzaddik, it's not going to end good, someone's going to cry, and you don't want them to get hurt, and you told them? How do you deal with a situation like that?
The approach is you tell them, don't say the end is not going to be good. Throw the ball to his court. I want to hear advice how we're going to end it in a nice way. What do you say?
But in the heat of the moment, Rob, they can't think at that point. They're already in the moment. It's already the ball of them.
Listen to me. You sit here, she have to sit here. Now, I came here to make peace. I need to hear your ideas. She started with me. She didn't. She's saying, "You're a liar. You started with me." Blah, 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 blah. He said, "Only Hashem knows the truth over here. I don't know the truth, and I don't want to know. I came here just to help you, to make peace. So I need to hear some ideas."
Got it.
The whole
Thank you.
situation changes already. The atmosphere is changing. It's a ceasefire, and now we're negotiating.
Rabbi,
Yes.
will that work with a 6-year-old?
Of course.
What if they say, I don't care? Like when I tell him, tzaddikim don't hate, they don't hurt their brothers. He says, I don't care.
Okay, I hear you. You don't care, but I care. And Hashem cares also. And you have to implement in your own house that this I don't care is a curse. It's not a Jewish word. This word, I don't care, is like you hear Amalek, boom, 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 boom. Yes? That's I don't care.
Yeah, it bothers me so much when they say, I don't care.
Okay.
They always say that.
Yeah, I think that should alarm. Yes. And right away, I have another job on my list. How to teach the kids to care for everything, especially for a fellow Jew. Whatever I say now, it's not overnight. It's a project. It's a mission that we have to repeat ourselves time after time, time after time. If you're not going to have peace, you're not going to have a bracha. I don't want it for you. I love you. Look. The Kohanim, when they blessing the tzibur, v'yasem lecha shalom. Sim shalom, tova u'bracha. But first of all, sim shalom. Then come the tova, then come the bracha. Rashi is saying in Parashat Bechukotai, V'natati shalom ba'aretz. Rashi says, if there is shalom, there is everything. If there is no shalom, nothing you have. That's Rashi's words. So don't you want your children to be blessed? Or you want them only to gain weight?
Blessed, of course.
This should be on our mind day in and day out. I want my children to have Shalom Bayit, so Hashem will come there and all the berachot will get there. This is a life project. So first of all, you have to calm the situation down, and when when you calm the situation down, now we can talk about peace. First of all, ceasefire. When there is a ceasefire, no more artillery. Now we can talk. One day passed when the kids did not fight anything. The house was quiet. Everything went well. You should make such. Mommy is so happy. Hashem is so happy. You don't understand. Yesterday was so nice. The house was quiet, peaceful. You don't know how good it is. And they see Imakara, come. I made you a cake. I made you this because we went, oh Hashem, with peace. So the kids get in their mind that peace is so important. Ima got out of herself. Even she baked us a cake that we all like. Because if we're not going to do that, so they say, anyway, even if there is quiet peace, mommy don't care. So let's go on. Now, if your house will be always in peace, the kids, they never saw a fight. Now, when they go out, pitom they see a fight. Do they know what to do?
Yes,
No.
for sure.
Huh? They have no skill.
Yeah, that's the problem. They don't know how to deal with the fight.
Yeah.
They've never been trained.
Yeah.
So let it happen. They arguing, fighting, good. Because now you're going to give him the skills to work with this. Don't come and all the time separate them. Okay, you go to your room, put all of them in one room. They'll manage among themselves. They have to know that. Today, the biggest problem that we have, every child almost have his own room. What a mistake. What a mistake. They have no skills. We're taking away the skills for them to communicate, to fight, to argue, to make peace, and then you come and make peace, but they together in one room, and then one day when they'll go out to the yeshiva and they'll be in the dome, they know what it means. Let them share the computer, let them share a phone, let them share this. It's my turn, her turn, this turn. What do we do? Okay, I'll buy you one and buy you one. I need peace and quiet. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's easy. I don't have a headache.
It's easy. But what happened tomorrow? Your son will get married and he has only one car. His wife needs the car and he needs the car. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna buy her one? No.
They have a budget to buy only one car. Does he know how to share?
No.
You know what he will say? It's my car. I bought it for my money. It's not your car. Because his parents taught him to be on his own, by himself in his room, and nobody can touch his toys, nobody can do this, no sharing, plum. So now, I know that you didn't expect all this, yes? Did you expect it?
No.
I don't think so. Do you see now how far we are?
Yes, how much we didn't know.
So let me give you advice. It's very recommended to check ourselves with courage, If we as parents with our behavior and by the way that we dealing with the problems, between the opposites of the kids that we have, are we teaching our kids the right hashkafa on life?
Yes.
You have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, until now I didn't do a good job. We have to roll the sleeves and let's go to work. Because we didn't give them any skills how to make peace. Fire department, yes. FBI department, yes. Judges, yes. Making peace? So now, have you once passed by a place that they're doing constructions?
Yes.
What's written outside, and there is a sign.
Caution.
Caution construction site. What they want to warn you about?
Falling things or
There is sand, there are stones, sometimes, fire. You can fall. You can get hurt. Also, when you're building your child, is it a construction site, yes or no?
big time, Rav.
So my advice to you, buy the same sign, put it in your front door. Caution. We're building over here. And wherever you build, there is danger. We're building a neshama over here, a neshama we're building. So you have to prepare also for the trash. Don't they have a container? Did you see once the container, what they're filling it with?
Is it garbage, Rav?
Yes. Did you see once building a building with no trash?
No.
Can you build a neshama with no trash?
No. So the trash Rav is referring to is the obstacles and the difficulties?
Yeah. We'll get the container and we put everything in the container. And the Italian will come and will pick it up and he will take it and you have to pay for it and bye-bye. It's part of building. If this is the case in building, imagine a neshama. So when you finish your day, my advice to you all, don't go to bed. I think I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. I am exhausted. No, chas v'shalom. Did you see once a contractor losing his mind? He knows it's part of the deal. You should go to sleep before you putting your head on the pillow and say, I'm privileged that Hashem chose me to be a builder. Could you imagine this? Could you imagine? Huh? Hashem gave you neshamot to build them up. Wow, 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 wow. Meaning you engineer, meaning you contractor, meaning you can do everything.
The difficult ones.
Okay, good, very good. Sometimes it's only 2-family house and sometimes it's a high riser. But you're building.
Yes, we're building. We're trying.
And Hashem gave you the certificate that you are builder. Otherwise, He will not give you a permit. Are we going to sleep every night? Proud of ourselves that we have kids and I can always say, oof, I can take it more. If I would have known it's so difficult, why did I bring? 2 was enough. I need all this. When you don't know the privilege, when the attitude is wrong, so the whole approach will be wrong. But when you know that you're becoming a partner to Hashem and Hashem says, I trust you, we can become partners. I'm giving you kids, meaning we're getting into partnership. I'm investing in you because I know you know how to build. Otherwise, why should I invest? You think Hashem will invest pure souls in the hands of people who don't know how to build? We're not gonna do it. So you think Hashem will do it? Meaning every Imam over here and every Abba over here have a certificate from Hashem. You know how to build. I gave you the talent. Go learn what to do and use your talent. The problem is we don't want to use the talent because we're not going to learn how to utilize the talent that Hashem gave us. Isn't it a crime? Huh? Because the Binyan Bet HaMikdash will build on peace because it got destroyed because of 2 people fighting, embarrassing each other. So how it will be built? On the opposite, right? If non-peace destroy it, what will bring it back?
The peace.
The opposite, peace. So if I made peace between my children and in the house, I placed another brick in the temple that's going to be built. That should be our approach. Understood?
Yes, Rav. Understood.
Have a good night, everybody. Think about it.
Thank you so much, Rav.
And tomorrow, the topic will be what we'll do with the child who don't have motivation to do. No motivation. He doesn't care to sleep in the morning, doesn't care for homework, doesn't care for everything. What are you going to do with him? That's the topic for tomorrow.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rav.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Rav.
Good night, Rabbi.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.